Hey guys, wanted to give a little update on where I'm at status wise with this wrist injury. I have not updated YouTube in a while. Last you saw of me was at the training grounds on May 19th, which is exactly 8 weeks ago to the day I'm recording this. I had a crash, and obviously you saw I hurt my wrist, and it was bothering me enough where I couldn't finish. And then things went kind of silent for me there. Saw some videos of dad racing, and that was about it. Um, so, like I said, 8 weeks ago to today, the day I'm recording this, I went in a day or two after to get it scanned, get an X-ray, see what the deal was, and I left there with it just being a sprain. So I went and just assumed it was a sprain. Got a wrist brace, just a soft little small brace, just to protect it for about a week or two, and then go on and start trying to get usage out of it. So 5 weeks later, it was still bothering me. Some of you may have seen I even tried to ride my dirt bike. I was, trying to do daily things. I was about 60%, I would say. Definitely not at the level I needed to be normal. So we went back at 5 weeks and got another X-ray. And we ended up finding out that I had a fractured scaphoid in my right wrist. Pretty big break when you look at it from the X-ray. So the doctor there, he's the first doctor I seen, went back and referred me to the specialist in Granite. So I went and saw him, get some more answers on it. In the meantime, I had done some research and found out that these X-rays can be hidden for a while. I knew that to an extent that the swelling can hide it, but especially the scaphoid, the swelling is very severe around the area, so it gets protected quite a bit more with the swelling. So yeah, one of the tests they do is they just take the inside of your wrist here and see if there's any pain. There was no pain from my end. It didn't really bother me to touch it. It just was really painful to use. So yeah, I went and got a second opinion from the wrist specialist through Emerge Ortho, and he was quite concerned about it, especially at that point being close to 6 weeks of it being broke. He pointed out to a spot where he noticed a thing called avascular necrosis, where the blood flow gets blocked for one reason or the other. In my case, obviously, it was a bone break. I'd already had a CT scan that showed the blood flow and determined the avascular necrosis, AVN as they call it. So leaving the second visit, or the visit with the specialist for Emerge, I was told it could take up to 6 months to even a year, based on the severity of it. Sometimes they take sooner, sometimes they take longer. So I was going to the beach in a few days, so I ended up getting a cast on. Not a fun time at the beach wearing a cast. I tried to protect it. I tried to get in the water a little bit, but obviously you can only do so much. I got an appointment to Atrium in Wilkesboro for another specialist for surgery, because it was pretty much a guarantee that it was going to take surgery. So went there. They ended up cutting the cast off because they needed to get some more imaging for it. And so got the imaging for it. And he feels quite a bit better about the AVN than the previous doctor did. He said it's probably about 85 to 90% blood flow, normal blood flow right now. He's a little bit more of an expert in that. So he was a lot more optimistic about my recovery time. Said it should only just take the regular 2 months. There is a possibility that it takes longer, and there's about a 15% chance that it doesn't heal properly. So, tough situation. I'm currently really sitting at the 2-month mark that he told me it would take to recover after surgery. So I'm really wishing I would have had surgery initially. I wish this would have been caught sooner. I don't think there was any things overlooked based on the research I've done. They followed procedure as to what the issues are. I really should have went back a little sooner dealing with pain like that, but I just assumed it was a worse sprain than originally portrayed to me. So yeah, that's where I sit. I'm scheduled for surgery at the end of July, and at best 2 months. But like you said, it's about an 85% heal rate from this injury. So crossing my fingers and trying to get all the relevant tools and better tools to help speed up this recovery as much as possible. So yeah, it's a tough deal, especially like now I'm kind of more at the halfway point of the 4-month journey that I'm going to be on minimum. And yeah, it was tough, here in the 6 months, but I'm a lot more optimistic about it. The most positive thing about it is I'm not in a cast until surgery. He basically said, you can't really make it any worse. So he's like, just go on with your life for a little bit and do what you can with it. And then we'll get the surgery on it. And hopefully within a week or two, they advised me to start getting it moving, get the joints woken up. So I'm going to deal with this for the next couple weeks as much as possible. I still got a couple braces for some activity that I inevitably will do, but I'm going to try to stay as limited and not do as much. Just avoid really damaging it more, or damaging something else, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Very frustrating. It looks like there's not really going to be any more racing for me for the rest of the year. Maybe get some more videos of Dad. Still going to go to the races. That's, it's my life at this point. So, but yeah, that's the update. Hopefully, things go smoothly. There's plenty of horror stories with the skate foot injury, but I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. So, yep, that's the update.